In this video, I will explain conditional statements in JavaScript. So without wasting any time, let's move to our video. Basically, conditional statements control the flow of your program based on some conditions, which means that conditional statements help your program to make decisions. They run different code depending on whether the condition is true or false. For example, if it's raining, you take an umbrella, otherwise you don't. Conditional statements are basically categorized into three parts: if statements, else statement, and else if statements. If statements, it is executed when first condition is true. For example, if I let a is equals to 5 and if a is greater than 10, then console.log a, and let's check the condition. So here, as we can see that the output is 5, which means here a is less than 10, so that it has printed 5. At first I have assigned variable a as the value 5, and then I have used if statement, and if a is less than 10, then it will print a. Here a is 5, so a is less than 10, so it has printed 5. So let's move to next conditional statement, which is else if statement. It checks another condition. If that is false, it executes another one. So let's see how it works. Here we will change value of a to 5 to 15, and here we will use else if, and if here a is greater than 10, console.log, and here a, and let's see the output. So here it printed 15. I think here I should add, and here. So let's run the code, and here 15 is greater than 10, which means basically here the else if statement is executed because if statement is false. And let's move to our next conditional statement, which is else statement. It is executed when all other statements are false. Basically, if this is less than 4, then which means all the conditions here are false. So then we will use now else statement. So here console.log, and let's see the output now. So here it is 15, it is greater than other statements, because here if statement is false and else if statement is also false, and when all the conditions are false, then else statement is executed. Here we can add multiple else if statement, which means we can use else if statement multiple times. Let's make a program to clear it, and if I let age be 19 and if I use if statement and write here age is greater than or equal to 18, then console.log, you can drive. Here I will use else if statement, else if age is less than 18, console.log, and you cannot drive. And if all these conditions are false, then we will use else and so dot log and validate. Firstly, we will clear the output and let's see here. Answer is you can drive because firstly we have assigned the variable age value 19, and then I have used if statement that if age is greater or equal to 18, then it will execute this block of code that you can drive. And if here I will write like 13 and run the code like this, then it will basically print you cannot drive because here I have used as if statement. If the age is smaller than 18, then it will print you cannot drive. So this is how you can make an age program, and these conditional statements are one of the most useful statements in JavaScript that help you so much. Let's revise all previous topics. If statement is executed if first condition is true. Else if statement is executed when the first condition is false, and else statement is executed when all the statements are false. So I hope you get that, and if you have any problem just comment down below and then I will tell you the solution. And for this type of content please subscribe.